Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Lexiot's here. It's Sunday morning, and I'm doing my Sunday special report. First one or last one before the season starts. So we'll be in regular season uh, mode soon with previews and reaction streams mostly. So not as much of the off-season schedule coming up. So today I'm going to present my Eastern Conference ranking predictions for the season, going through who I see as the playoff teams, the bubble teams, and then the non-playoff teams. So, and then that's really it. I got a reaction to Dennis Schroeder's YouTube channel yesterday, and then also there's the Instagram check. But I'm not feeling totally well today, so I'm gonna ask that we not go crazy on the comments today, and maybe I can get done in like under an hour because I probably need to go lay down. I'm having like issues with my stomach again. And I was up a lot last night once again. So let me get into the comments first, and then I'll do my rankings. All right, Nameless is first today. Good morning, Nameless. Good morning, my beautiful people. I just wanted to say I was never on the Jeff Downton train, not even for a minute. That's all. You were never on the Rod Stewart Downton train, Nameless. That's fine. I don't understand this. Why everybody's having all these weird reactions to this decision yesterday. My reaction is okay. They waived him. I predicted this. I was trying to make a big deal about it and try and like say, hey, I'd like to keep him, but it just is. It didn't make sense business wise. I guess didn't make sense Darko wise. In some ways, I was thinking about it deeper. Jeffrey was expendable to a degree because of Dennis. In some ways, Dennis covers a lot of what Jeffrey does. And that's something we haven't really brought up is that Schroeder coming to the team kind of like took some of the specialty things that because he's that dependable same point guard in some ways. So there's a lot of different things on this. All right, you don't have ownership of wanting Jeffrey Doughton on this team. Well, that's fine. I did, but I'm okay with him not being on the team also. Trevor J saying, good morning, Raptors family. Happy Sunday and looking forward to happy times. Let's go Raptors. And he's got the Raptors starting lineup there and Darko. I love it. Commissioner J, thanks for being with us this morning. Trevor J. And his words of wisdom are when I ask if my cup is half full or half empty, my only response is I am thankful for what I have in the cup. There you go. I've never heard that saying said that way, but I'll take it. Trevor J, that's awesome. Yeah, okay. It's not even about the perception of whether the glass is half empty or half full. It's just that you're thankful to have something in the cup. That's amazing. I love that, Trevor J, so much. That's awesome. All right, Cowboys here. Good to see Bradley. Good morning, Lex. Bam. And the Raptor Freaks. Bam. My top six are, this is his top six, Bucks, Raptors, Celtics, Cavs, Philly, Miami. But I think the Pacers can take Miami's spot, maybe possibly. This is very interesting. I like that you're bringing in your predictions, Cowboy. You know what? I'm going to play off of this with mine. Your top four are the same four teams as mine. That's amazing. Seriously, your top four teams are the same. And you know what? Your top two are the same as mine. Your top two are the same as mine. I have Milwaukee as being the number one team in the East this year. Now, I want to have a caveat on that. I think they're going to have a worse record than they did last year, though. I think that they'll be the number one team in the East, but I'm going to predict this right now about the Eastern Conference and the NBA in general. There's going to be more parity once again, and there's not going to be any like juggernaut 60-win team. There's going to be like a lower. It's going to be lower. It's going to be they're a lot closer to each other. That's what I'm saying. Like 1 through I don't know 8, they're going to all have like maybe I don't know 7-game difference between number 1 and 8. Seriously, I think that's going to happen this year because I don't think anybody in the East is head and above that much better than anybody else. So I think Milwaukee will be the number one team in the East, but they'll have a worse record than they had last year. Is that weird or what? Not really. All right, number 2, I do have Toronto. And a lot of people are going to be like, what the hell are y'all saying, Bradley and Lex? How can you pick the Raptors to be number 2 in the Eastern Conference this season? Well, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. We want to be Atlantic Division champions. This is a goal I have this year. The Atlantic Division looks stronger than ever right now, and it may be one of the best divisions in the entire NBA right now of all 5 teams. But that's what I'm saying. We want bragging rights. Listen, Dennis Schroeder didn't go undefeated since Canada defeated him in an exhibition play in the DBB Super Cup. Dennis Schroeder has not lost a game. in like months now. Germany going undefeated at FIBA and the Raptors undefeated in the preseason. I'm telling y'all, we're coming to win this year. And anybody that doubts the Raptors and thinks I'm crazy for putting them second in the Eastern Conference behind the Milwaukee Bucks, well, look at my face. You will see the light. That's right. You will see the light as the season comes through. That's right. So, yeah, it really has a lot to do with our team is defensively even better than last year, this year. Our team has a coach that has a philosophy that's conducive for winning, that has actual like things that make outcomes for winning. And that's what I'm saying. You guys can sleep on us. Y'all can be like, but then the third thing is, yeah, Scotty's coming. And y'all aren't going to know how to deal with him this year. In fact, he's going to catch so many of you off guard that he's gonna make y'all realize the Raptors are gonna mess up teams a long, long time. So listen, this is the thing. ESPN did their future power rankings and they ranked us 24th out of all 30 teams as our future being bright. No, y'all gonna have to change that ranking very, very soon. As soon as you see Scotty's new level of play, yeah, you're gonna have to change that real quick. So I'm going to say on the backs of our guys getting better, a new coaching system, a better defensive team this year. Yeah, we're going to be number 2 this year. I can say that confidently. I was debating whether putting them down to 3 or not, but I'm like, fuck that. Let's be 2. Let's be 2. And I'm glad Bradley's thinking the same way. Now, I have the other 2 teams swapped. I actually have Cleveland in number 3 and the Celtics at number 4. I think the Celtics, once again, I'll do Cleveland first. I hate Cleveland. I don't like Cleveland. I'm a hater of Cleveland. I am definitely a hater of Cleveland, but I'm giving y'all 3rd, y'all. That's pretty impressive, seriously, because I hate y'all. I don't like your team. And I think y'all are going to be 3rd this year. And part of the reason why is the new 3-point shooters y'all just got, Strus and Yang. And I think that in some ways you did improve your team this offseason. So I expect y'all to be a little bit better this year. Now, the one thing about Cleveland that everybody needs to remember and realize is they could be really good in the regular season, but they'll crap out in the playoffs. They'll crap out in the playoffs. So in some ways, I look at Cleveland as kind of like Colin DeMar and Dwayne Casey kind of a playoff team. Yeah, they're a real good regular season team, but once they get the playoffs, they ain't doing jack shit. So yeah, Cleveland number 3 behind the Raptors, Milwaukee, Toronto, Cleveland. And then the Celtics at number 4. Yeah, I'm still gonna put them in top 4. I mean, they're gonna be okay, but they're not gonna be as good as everybody's saying they're gonna be this year. I really, really do believe this. I can go over my laundry list for what the dysfunction for the Celtics will be this year. Again, if y'all want to hear it, but y'all know what I'm gonna say. I'll say this just specifically. Kristaps Porziņģis is an L machine. He is an L machine. He carries a briefcase full of L's, whatever team he's on. It happened when he started his career with the Knicks. That team sucked. So they moved him. It didn't work. Okay, so they sent him to Dallas. He's in Dallas for a while. It's not working with him and Luka. In fact, that situation should have worked, but it didn't totally work. And he was expendable. Why is this Lithuanian guy or Latvian guy, why is this Latvian guy so expendable? If he's such a unicorn, he's such a special player. Why does nobody really value him so much? And why are the Celtics valuing him so much? Because they just think because you put that Celtics jersey on somebody, it anoints them and makes them something more special than they are already. Because that's the fucking folly of it right there. You know, that man, what did he do in Washington the last couple of years? Languished in L's. So, yeah, he's going to bring his losing culture to y'all's team. The prickly man does not get along with other people and his teammates. He has a really hard time bonding with people. So, yeah, all those good vibes between Grant Williams, Marcus Smart, and the Jason and Jalen of the team, it's not going to be there because Porziņģis is an island on his own. And then, okay, let's just get started on Coach Joe and what I think about is going to happen with him this year. Yeah, Celtics, you'll be lucky to get the 4th. Seriously, you'll be lucky to get to 4th. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm actually kind of putting you up high, honestly. I could see y'all being lower than 4th this year. I could see y'all being like the 7th or 8th seed possibly also. It depends on how bad things go with Coach Joe, which I fully expect. All right, so there's my top 4 so far. Let's see my top 5, 6. Number 5, I have the Miami Heat. I have to respect the Heat. Now, Bradley's saying, oh, you could flip the Pacers up there for them. But I have to respect the Heat. The Heat have been doing things the last couple of years that are very respectable as far as their run in the playoffs last year. Their trips to the finals every once in a while. Yeah. As long as Spoelstra is coaching that team and they got Jimmy Butler, that I have to respect the Heat. So they're my number 5 team. They're my number 5 team. I'd love to see the Heat versus the Celtics in the first round. That would be a badass fun time for sure. It'd be real fun. All right, my 6th team, number 6 is the Knicks. I actually have more faith in the Knicks than the Pacers. Now that's the big difference here we have in our top 6 between Bradley and I. I think the Knicks are going to be better this year, and it's partly because of the Villanova connections. They got all these Villanova guys that are going to play for each other on that team now. Now, if they decide some things with Julius Randle and make a move, that could make them even better this season. So I think the Knicks are for real this year, and they're going to get a real playoff spot, and they're going to be number 6. So yeah, the Knicks are my number 6 team. All right, yeah, there you go, top 6. There you go. Cowboy saying good one, Trevor, and good morning, Cowboy from Trevor. Yeah, let's go, Cowboy. Good morning, and good morning from Dana also. Trevor J saying Nick Nurse is already copying the Raptors play style. Joel said he likes the way the ball is not stagnating and it's been moving around, and he likes that, and he wants to play like that. Well, that's what this league is, a copycat league. And it sounds like Nick's already like cheating off the paper of Darko in some ways to see like the success the Raptors are getting now with the new philosophies. He's like, maybe I need to do that. Or this game will leave me behind. In some ways, I'll bet Nick Nurse is a desperate man this year, a very, very desperate man, because he wants to prove that he wasn't just like a one-hit wonder with the Raptors and Kawhi, and that he actually has some coaching chops no matter what. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on here with that. That's an interesting thing. Well, where's Philly? Lex is saying. The people are saying, where's Philly, dude? You have your top 6 and no Philly in the top 6. All right, well, let's do the next 4, the bubble, the play-in. Who is in the play-in and Lex is playing? Well, number 7, I actually have the Orlando Magic at number 7. I feel like the Magic are ready to take that leap to try and make into the playoffs, and they may be the team that makes their bottom playoff spot through the play-in tournament. So Orlando Magic, number 7, and very similar to them with the return of Cade Cunningham this year, I feel like the Detroit Pistons are going to be number 8. So I think those will be the 2 legit bubble play-in teams that are going to be trying to fight to make it in through the play-in tournament. Orlando and Detroit. I really, really like those teams. So, and then we've got Atlanta and Philadelphia as the other 2 play-in teams. I think Atlanta will be number 9. I don't think they're that much better than last year. I don't even think they're that better. I think they may be worse than last year, but I still think they'll be number 9. And then Philadelphia, I've got them at 10 as being the last play-in team that just make barely in. And I could see them losing in the first play-in game and being out in the play-in tournament, just kind of like the Raptors did last season. So there's my bubble teams, 2 young upstart teams that are on their way up, the Orlando Magic and the Detroit Pistons, along with the Atlanta Hawks and the falling Philadelphia 76ers. I do not think that Sixers are a legit real thing this year. I think that they're going to try and go on the strength of Joel, but in some ways, there's going to be some problems there. Watch. Yeah, so there's my bubble teams, Orlando, Detroit, Atlanta, and Philadelphia. That's right. Yeah, let's see. MSJ saying, I still say +3 over 500. However, the Raps look like a very different team, and an early prediction is very hard to make after the preseason. They might be very good and get better. Yeah. Well, I expect this. I expect that. So you're saying you think that they're going to be a 44-win team? No. I say they're going to be closer to 50. I think they'll be right around 50, just above 50 maybe. And that'll be good enough to be second in the East. Seriously. I could see that. I could see maybe Milwaukee being like 53 or something like that, and the Raptors being like 51 or something like that. Yeah, seriously. Then the number of wins. Seriously, I'm seeing that. Yeah. Cowboys saying, like, hang on. It jumped. Of course it jumped. Annoying. Jumping like that. Very annoying. All right, where are we? We're right here. Okay, Cowboys saying Raptors are going to be a top 3 seed. Yeah, I believe that. I do. Okay, here's Chris's list. He's saying Celtics, Bucks, Cavs, then the Raptors. Okay, so we all have the same top 4 teams. Pacers and Knicks as his 5 and 6, and Miami are in the mix somehow. I left Philly out, laugh out loud. So Raptors could be 5th if they play well. Get better, Lex. Maybe just do the picks and sleep. Well, the thing is, I went to bed really early. I'm rested. It's just I have a really bad stomach virus kind of thing going. It's a food allergy. I ate something at the game the other night I shouldn't have. I got popcorn, so I'm paying for it today. I shouldn't. I should not have bought a thing of popcorn when I was at the game on Friday night, and it's really messed me up today. It really has. That's what it is. All right, let's do the non-playoff teams. Of course, you got the teams I haven't named are the ones that are in the bottom. Chicago is number 11 on my list to miss the playoffs. I don't think they improved at all this offseason, and I think the Eastern Conference did get slightly better. But honestly, I could see them stealing the last play-in spot from the Sixers if everything goes really badly for the Sixers this year. So I could see them possibly getting in the play-in somehow, some way in the Philly spot. Brooklyn, another team similar. Like they may actually be in the play-in also. I think they're better than being not in the playoffs, but I don't know. They're going to have to steal from Orlando, Detroit, or Philly to be in that play-in, as far as I'm concerned. But the Nets could be a play-in team. I'm saying they're not going to make it, but they could. They could. Now I have the Pacers here. I don't know why you guys are ranking the Pacers so high. They suck, y'all. They are not changed. They're not, I don't have a lot of faith in Halliburton. Didn't they lose Buddy Hield? There's a lot of weird things about the Pacers. I feel like they're a lot like the Wizards, and they just spin their wheels, and they're not going anywhere. So I have the Pacers at 13. I have the Wizards at 14, and then the Hornets at the very, very bottom. The Hornets have such dysfunction and messed upness. People that think the Hornets are making a jump this year are crazy. The Wizards are exactly who we saw on Friday night. They're the second worst team in the Eastern Conference. So Washington and Charlotte right at the bottom, with Indiana just above them. So yeah, that's my Eastern Conference predictions, y'all. Milwaukee is going to win the East in my book, and Toronto will be right behind them. Yeah, it'll be like the last there were a lot of years in past years where Milwaukee and Toronto were at the top of the Eastern Conference fighting for number one. Well, that's what I'm expecting. Everybody's expecting Boston and Milwaukee to fight for number one. Well, they're going to be surprised. They're going to be real surprised. Watch. Yeah. Randolph's here. Good morning, beloved Raptors freaks, most informative gang. Blessings. Lex, I'm blessing for a speedy recovery, my brother. Be healed in Jesus' name. Love to all. Thank you, Randolph. That's very kind, and I appreciate that. It's not really like a sick being sick. It's a food allergy, and my body is rejecting food that I ate that I shouldn't have ate. Is basically what it is. I have such a limited diet at this point that I have to really, really be strict, or I pay for it. And I did last night. Oh my gosh. Up at 3 a.m., up at 5 a.m. Crazy. Yeah. Tom Duke saying, morning. Sorry you're not feeling well. We are winning the in-season tournament. Yeah. I want to win the in-season tournament, but we're going to have to beat Boston first when you're here in town, Tommy. So let me bring that energy when you come from Victoria to Toronto, to the Scotiabank Arena, and for the first ever in-season tournament game for the Toronto Raptors against the Boston Celtics next month. Yeah, we need to do our part. And with that group of people we're going with, we need to do our part. Trust me, and get real, real loud. I'm all about making an impact with us being at the game close to the court. So get yourself ready, Tom. And you may have to get loud, like I ain't gonna get loud. That's right. Alistair saying, good morning, all. This is a 60-win team. This team is worth our energy. I love this. Alistair has not been here very often, but when Alistair pops in, I always love seeing one of the original Raptor freaks, Alistair, in the chat. And Alistair's going to get a dunk for such a great prediction. I love that prediction so much. I hope it's true. I really do hope it's true. All right, here we go. Yeah, and Alistair, get ready for that fantasy league starting up very soon. Tuesday, y'all. Get your team set up. First game of the season starting on Tuesday night. So you want to get your Yahoo fantasy teams ready. Yeah, I like this. 60 wins. That's what Dennis told Nabatia. He said on the phone, I want to get 61 wins. They're coming for heads. That's Dennis's quote. I'm coming for their heads this year. That's right. There we go. Monique's here. Good morning, Raptor Freak family. Good morning to you, Superfan Mo. Kareem is here. Milwaukee number one, and the rest of the East is fair game. I do think Cleveland can be scary, but fuck those guys. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with them too. I don't know. Of course, a lot of different things all matter with like different things like health. different things like sometimes the schedule and the beats of when people meet each other and energy wise, that matters. There's all kinds of different factors that are going to play out to determine how the Eastern Conference ends up by the end of the season. And, people can think I'm crazy for picking Toronto as number 2, but y'all will realize that Raptors fans are not delusional about their team very soon. You guys are going to. I'm telling you, if you haven't watched us in preseason already, you need to go watch us if you're a fan of a big Eastern Conference team, because you're going to have to realize that the Raptors are not worse off without Fred and Nick. They're better without them. And that should be scary to them. Seriously. I was just saying the ball movement is game changing. It's totally game changing. And it's unshackling our players to become the full potential of who they could be. In some ways, the terrorism of Nick was the problem with holding Scotty back, is that in some ways the system just wasn't conducive to discovery of new developments with players, because it was very forced what was happening on our offense last year. So that's what I'm saying. You find development through discovery. And we need to have the opportunity to have an offense that flows so that we can discover. That's what I'm saying right now. We need to discover more about Mr. Scotty. That's what I'm saying specifically. That's right. G saying Raptors were number 1 and 2 in most stats this preseason. No, it's just preseason. That is still a sign of things to come. Yeah. I like it. Dennis, very quick with his YouTube edit and putting out a nice long clip showing the Washington game. I guess he skipped the Chicago trip and he didn't really film anything there, but he did film for the Friday night game and put something out the very next day. And he said this about their blowout win over the Wizards on Friday night. He said, it's very nice when we do so well that we can put the end of the bench in and they can do so well and the lead gets built so high. And he likened it to some of the stuff they were doing at FIBA with Team Germany this summer. That it's very enjoyable when the starters do so well and they get such a good route going that the end of the bench guys get their opportunity to come in and kick some ass too. Yeah, I love that. Dennis has a new clip that came out yesterday. Highly recommend it. He's very forthright and just talking about things. The family goes and visits the Yorkdale Mall, and Dennis rejects eating Chick-fil-A because he's on his diet right now to be smart about what he's eating. I should be more like Dennis. Is what it should be right now. I should be more like Dennis and be eating clean just like he is for the Raptors. Oh my gosh. And the other thing is we find out from that clip that Dennis is super happy with being on the Raptors. Very, very happy. He said that everything about our organization, the schedule, the structure has been top notch. And he's super impressed. And he's very, very happy with his decision to come play for Toronto. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on Dennis's YouTube channel, as always. You see the kids and you see Ellen, and they're at Yorkdale Mall. Yeah, very cool to see him run around Yorkdale Mall. All right, let's keep going. Chris comes here. All right. Yo, I'm hyped for the season. I'm looking forward to reminding people what I said about the Raptors before the season started. I had them at 3 in the East, but your call on Atlantic champs is impressive. In some ways, this is something we do. How many times has the Raptors won the Atlantic Division in the last 15 years? That's right, 6 times. So I think we need to go get it again. Yeah, I think that Boston's about to start going on a decline again. They put these future power rankings out and they think we're in a decline. Well, I think I'm a little worried about what their situation is with their moves this summer and how they really need Porziņģis to work out, or they may be in a little bit of trouble with their salary cap and what they're trying to do with different people. So, yeah, this is going to be fun to see. And Criscom, yeah, I believe in your clairvoyance and my foresight over ESPN people just, putting us down because that's just the thing to do. Yeah, Naco the Nacho saying Bucks, Celtics, but they fall apart. Raptors, Cavs, Indiana, Miami, Bulls, Philly, and Magic. This is your rundown, Gerald? Okay, so we're pretty unanimous that we think the Milwaukee Bucks with Damian Lillard is going to be the number 1 team in the East. I think that's fair. But once again, my caveat is they're going to have a worse record than they did last year, though. The Celtics, but they'll fall apart. Yeah, the Coach Joe stuff is just golden. It's going to happen, and it's going to be amazing when it happens. And when it happens, y'all are going to be like, damn, Raptors Freak was right. Yeah, it's going to be cool. Indiana, y'all are really valuing Indiana. What is it? Obi Toppin? What is the big acquisition? Why is the reason y'all have such faith in Indiana all of a sudden? I really don't have faith in them. I really, really don't. Okay, and the Bulls and the Magic are in that lineup with you for the playoff teams. Very interesting lineup, Nako. Thank you for sharing. Bradley's saying, see you at the parade, Tom, this year. Speaking of that kind of stuff, today is the 4-year anniversary of the Toronto Raptors raising their championship banner in the arena and the guys getting their rings. So yeah, all the awesome pictures of them with getting their rings in line. Kyle, Pascal, OG, Mark Gasol, Norman Powell, Serge Ibaka, Fred VanVleet, all those guys getting their rings on this day 4 years ago today. It's also when we put that banner up in the SGA. That's right. And the SBA, this Scotiabank Arena. That's right. Yeah. Fiercey's here. Good morning, Raptors Freak family, and happy Sunday. Thank you, Fiercey. Kareem saying Scotty is going to have a ridiculous stat line. Only question is, he a starter on the All-Star team, and will he get most improved player? I could see both. Jesus saying that. I mean, listen, I think he's going to be overwhelmingly popular with fans this year. I really do. I think in some ways, if he does things correctly right off the gate and he has a stat line, the real ones will see it and they'll be like, Scotty's serious. Like it'll be stats like Luka or LeBron or Giannis would put up. He's going to have a full chunky stat line with stat stuffing in all categories: rebounds, blocks, steals, assists, all that stuff, and get like 25 points a game. Yeah, he's going to be like that this year, and it's going to open some eyes, and hopefully he'll get popular, and the fans will be like, Scotty's so good, we can't deny him. He's going to be a starter, because I think that'll happen. It may not happen this year, but the momentum towards that happening, it will start this year. And it may be next year he's starting for the All-Star team. It may be this year he gets picked and put on the All-Star team by the coaches. But he may be higher in the voting with the fans. I don't know. I like the idea of him getting most improved player, but I don't know if that's likely. It could happen, though. I wouldn't be upset. Nako saying, I put the Knicks over Philly. Yeah, I'm putting the Knicks over Philly. I really do look at the Atlantic Division like this: Toronto, Boston, New York, Philadelphia, and then Brooklyn. Yeah, that's the order of the Atlantic Division. And people are going to look at me like you're crazy, Lex. You're saying Toronto's number one in the Atlantic? That's right, motherfuckers. We're coming to take the Atlantic Division championship once again. That's right. Darko wants the Atlantic Division championship, so we're going to get it. That's right. Yeah, you just try and stop us, Boston. We'll see. We'll see when we meet up with y'all. Seriously, we'll see when we meet up with y'all. That's right. Cowboys saying Raptors are trendsetters, hands down. Well, we got to get a new coach. We'll get the hottest trend of the trendsetters in coaching, Darko. That's right. Tom Duke has got a celebration going on, 100% with Cowboy and a cow, and the Raptors and a cow and a bus. Okay, I love it. He's bringing that energy, is what he's bringing. That's right. Bring it all the way from BC. We'll be ready for this game. That's right. Darko on blast by Bradley. Yes, sir. Alley-oop, Tom Duke. All right, we're going to alley-oop Tom Duke this morning for being a great help to this channel, for sure. Tommy Dookie getting another dunk there. Bam. All right, let's see. Nako's saying, not that I'm down and out on Cade. He's coming back after injury. There are guards I have more faith in. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'll be hard to gauge. It could very well be. Like, I really look at Orlando, Brooklyn, Chicago, and Detroit as being very close to each other this year. And it may be exactly what you're talking about. If Cade can't come back quicker and be full speed right away, this could be a factor. Orlando could have issues with different problems. Quick Takes on his channel saying that Orlando has problems with too many point guards, and there may be a point guard controversy there this year. Whatever team gets kind of through the muckety muck the best in the schedule between Brooklyn, Orlando, Detroit, and Chicago will be a play-in team. And the two of those teams won't be a play-in team, and they'll be out of the playoffs. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see who's what and what's where. Kareem saying, Canadian Cowboy already throwing up alley-oops. I got to stay ready. Well, Kareem, you're kind of an isolation dunker. You're the kind of guy who just takes it and throws it down by yourself. But yeah, he's lobbing to people. You might want to watch out for a lob. Jimmy's saying, morning, y'all. I could realistically see us being like the 6th seed. That's a little lower than what we're saying, but we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. I like that we're just in the playoffs. If you're going to say 6 and higher, I'll be okay with it. Now, people are saying we're going to miss the playoffs completely or we're a play-in team this year, you're missing the mark. You're missing the mark. Yeah, Kareem saying, Jimmy, come on, man. Come on, Jimmy. You're the Pope of positivity. Come on, bro. Be more positive. MSJ say, very bold with the Sixers being 10th. Why not? Why not? James Harden, the first part of the dumpster fire. Let's just keep going with it. Seriously, I mean, I'm seeing the stuff in the preseason, and I don't see them being kind of successful in certain ways. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. The health of Joel is very important to them. Let's just put it that way. The health of Joel is very important, and there's a situation there where, we've talked about this. Cowboys saying alley-oop Kareem, 6 seed at least, Jimmy. But when we get to the playoffs, it's over. All right, Vince Carter. All right, Cowboy. All right, you want Kareem to get a alley-oop from you, even though Kareem has no need for alley-oops. I'm gonna tell you right now. Kareem is getting dunks in outer space, which is called Twitter. Let's see. Cowboys saying, have the peppers. That will help you out, Lex. You think me eating one of those hot peppers is going to help me with my problem right now, Cowboy? Are you a doctor? I don't know. That's the right prescription. Cool Cat's here. Good morning, Rapid Free Crew. Started late, so I'm behind. Hope you feel better soon. All I will say is the Raptors will make the playoffs once our centers are healthy. The East is wide open. That last statement is so true, Cool Cat. It is so true. The East is wide open. That may be the most true. Everybody's saying, oh, it's Milwaukee and Boston. No, it's way more wide open than people are giving it credit. They really, really are. G saying white rice may help coat the stomach, cut down sugars as they cause inflammation if the stomach is in turmoil. Wow. Okay. This sounds more like doctor's prescription for me than what Cowboy's saying. Eat the hot peppers. It'll help. It'll burn off the problems inside you. No, I think I might go with G. I've got some white rice. So I think I will make some white rice for lunch, and maybe that'll calm things down. It always usually does. So good advice from G. Thank you. Jimmy's saying, I'm just tempering my expectations. I still think we could be top 5 in the NBA. You guys know me. I'm always positive for the most part. Just wait. If things go good, I'll be saying we're winning the chip. There you go. Yeah, we know. And Jimmy, it's all right. You're being realistic. Like you said, you're tempering your expectations. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I think we're going to have a lot of success this year, and it's going to be a lot of fun. That's what I'm predicting right now. Jimmy's bam. Yeah, that's right. Wayne saying, can't agree with Indiana. Way too much talent to be at the bottom. Can't remember the coach, but they are good for at least 31 teams or 31 wins. We're no doubt going to blow up when we win the in-season tournament. Not like the team. We're going to be like more on blast when people notice us. They'll be like, yeah, Raptors. That's interesting. I'm trying to think of who's on their team. Halliburton, Miles Turner. I heard Buddy Hield's gone, though. And I'm like, who else? All right, Mathurin, Nembhard. I'm like, no, I just don't see it. Rick Carlisle is a great coach. Don't get me wrong. But it's Indiana. It's the same Indiana. It's like, where is the splashy move? Where is the upgrade? It's just Indiana. That's how I look at it. I'm sorry. I can't. I know that Tom Duke and I went to a game this past season and Indiana beat us. But that was because of Nick Nurse fuckery. And I don't really believe it was because of Indiana. I seriously don't. Cowboys saying fantasy starts in 2 days, 9 hours and 36 minutes. Count it down. That's right. Get ready. Set your teams. Tom Duke saying happy to be in Canada. Dennis, very happy to be in Canada. Yeah. And he took that answer about cold weather. Like one of his fans or somebody said, well, how are you ready for Canada weather? And this is what he said. He said, I grew up in Germany and it gets cold in Germany. All my life when I was growing up, we dealt with winter and snow. And then he brought up Boston. He said, like, I played in Boston. Boston has winter too. And he even brought up that Atlanta deals with winter weather at times too. So it's like, listen, he's like even bringing up the Southeast Division teams and saying, yeah, we deal with winter in Atlanta, which is true. My family lives in Atlanta and they do deal with winter there. They do get snow there. So it's hilarious. I love that answer by Dennis. He's exactly right. What it's any different here in Toronto? Why don't you go try Cleveland instead of Toronto? That may be a little bit different. That may be worse. I'm telling you right now, Cleveland gets worse winter than we do. They're on the wrong side of the lake. Lake effect snow. Hello. Buffalo gets it. Cleveland gets it. Toronto don't get lake effect snow. No, we don't. So Cleveland gets the worst, I would say, of winter in a lot of ways out of any of the teams around the NBA in this area of North America. I mean, seriously, Who's getting worse weather than Cleveland? They get all of the lake dumped right on them in snow. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Great answer, Dennis. And that's right. He's grown up in Braunschweig. What does he not know snow for? He grew up in Germany. Yeah, Tom Duke saying, let's go. That's right. Cowboys got the Canadian maple leaf up. I love it. G's saying this. Good point, Tom. The cold does not phase Dennis. And in fact, he is looking forward to snow this Christmas. That's right. He said he didn't really enjoy Christmas in LA because it's not natural. Like have Christmas Day with palm trees and 86 degrees Fahrenheit weather. He didn't like that. He's like the kids and Ellen want a real white Christmas. So they're all about it. They may not get snow for Christmas up here, but it'll definitely be cold. Sometimes we just don't get snow around Christmas. And that's just how it is. But Dennis, it'll feel like Christmas in the city. Trust me. We'll put the decorations out. Go take the kids down to the Eaton Center and go look at the windows at the Hudson's Bay. Yeah, Ellen will enjoy that and film it. We'd love to see it too. It'll be a lot nice family experience and something for us to watch. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, let's see. Tom Duke's got the presents out. And Cowboys saying the Bucks don't scare me. Yeah, they don't scare me either. Nobody scares me. People should be scared of the Raptors. Seriously, that team is scary. This team is scary. Chris comes saying, respect, Lex. I rate your opinion over those American sports outlets as well. Let's go, Atlantic. Let's Atlantic champs. Yeah, well, listen, I appreciate that. In some ways, there is a bias on both sides. But hey, listen, at least my bias is more fun for Raptors Nation. That's for sure. That's right. Random Gamers crying. Dang, he's upset. We got Philly fan in here saying, dang, he's ranking us at 10th. Seriously, I even bumped y'all down. I woke up this morning. I wasn't feeling good because I'm not feeling well. And I was like, oh, I'm irritated. I'm going to bump Philadelphia down 2 more spots. I had y'all at 8th when I woke up, but then I bumped y'all down to 10th. I know. Dang. Man, yeah, G's laughing about that. You know, I'm giving Random Gamer a dunk for being here on this day. Of course, Random Gamer reappears on the Eastern Conference Rankings Day. So we're going to give our good friend, our Philadelphia friend, Random Gamer, a dunk for that. I love you, man. And I hope that your summer has been fantastic. And I hope that you have a great fall semester. How about that? All right, there we go. Random Gamer getting a dunk. That's right. MSJ saying, I want to see how we close games out. That's one thing I don't have settled. Do we have a closer or is it team ball? If we can figure that out and the wins add up, I do see Philly imploding. Wow. Okay, there's a lot there for Chris. This is an important thing we have to test still. You're right. And the only test we've gotten of it so far is the Chicago game. And that wasn't the test on the starters. We tested the bench with that, and they succeeded. So I like the way we closed out that game with our bench. It really worked out well. But you're right. We need to see when we need somebody to carry the offensive load and be the man to carry us in clutch. Is it going to be Siakam this year like it has been in past years? Or will Scotty take that chance more often this year? I really feel like that's going to be part of it. We may see a little dash of OG and Gary and Dennis involved in taking big shots at the end of games also. So that's one of the things is like if we're guessing, well, the other teams are definitely going to be guessing too. And last year it may have been, well, it's either going to be Fred or Pascal. And the other team really kind of knows what's going to happen. Well, that may be part of the strength of what we're going to do at the end of the game. I could easily see Darko not being a lazy coach and actually drawing up specific plays for specific players. And he could even do misdirections. And all of a sudden, Jakob Poeltl's hitting our key shot to win the game. So, there's a lot of potential here, Chris, with what you're wondering about with Coach Darko and clutch factors and decisions about who should get the shots. So it'll be very interesting to see how he handles this. And I want to see ingenuity. I want to see a little bit of like unpredictability. And, I think Darko's got it. That's going to be fun. That may be part of what we see about him that makes us all be like, damn, I love this coach. Damn, I love this coach. What a great play. Holy crap. Look at how he freed Grady and he got a layup and we won the game. That's what I want to hear this year. Stuff like that. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's keep going. Greg's here. The Gubstown Clink is here. Y'all give Greg a follow. He dropped another clip this morning. And he's being very prolific over the last couple of days. Greg, I love your stuff on the Book of Malachi. And you calling your Nana, that was so good. And then Mr. T stuff is amazing too. So good. All right, let's see. Greg saying, I agree. East is wide open. Lex is right. If Boston and Bucks have injury issues and Sixers culture woes don't correct, that's three top teams that crumble. Feel better, Lex. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is the thing. Is like everybody can have dysfunction and it can mess up their season. We know about that last year. Well, we're being very progressively offensive against it happening to us this year. No selfishness is what Masai said. So, in some ways, the toxic things that could pull us apart and hurt our season aren't going to be personnel or feelings or vibes. It may be injuries, but hopefully that does not happen either. So, that's the thing. This is a crapshoot for everybody. Let's see what happens. The season is a long season, and there's different events and things that happen during the season that shape how the teams do. So, we'll have to see how things go. And I mean, don't get all big and bad. Some of y'all Eastern teams that think it's just guaranteed where you're going to be. No, 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 no. There's no guarantees in this world. And you're going to find out this season. Yeah. Thank you once again, Greg. And once again, follow Gubstown Clink, a great Raptors related channel. Patchouli G is here. Isn't plain white rice diet to dogs with upset tummy? Yeah, that might work. I mean, listen, I get it. Maybe I should be eating brown rice. In some ways, the sugars in the white rice could cause some of the problems. But I'm going to trust G. G's my friend, and I have a lot of faith and trust in his advice. So I'm gonna listen to G and not Bradley on this one. Not Bradley on this one. I'm not going near those peppers. I'm watching them. I'm drying them out, and I'm gonna get those seeds ready to plant next spring. That's right, Bradley. I'm gonna be planting your seeds there out there at the cottage and getting some peppers grown myself. That's right. Let's see. Thanks for being here, Patchouli G. Every morning, 9:30 a.m. Tomorrow we'll be back. Cowboys saying, check question. Quick question. Do you keep your starting lineup for the whole week? I'm not sure how this works. Good luck this year, random gamer. All right, this is what I'll say, Bradley. You can change your lineup every single day. It's just you can only start in the starting lineup. So yes, change your lineup for Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday to Friday to Saturday to Sunday. That's the first week. So Tuesday to Sunday is the first week matchup. And Bradley, you need to make sure all your players are in as much as possible for each of those nights. That is the best fantasy advice I can give you for this head-to-head league we're in. You need to get your players off the bench and in the starting lineup for every single night. And you can change your starting lineup from day to day. Yes, you can. Shane Waters saying, good morning, freaks. All right, good to see West Coast Shane Waters in the house. I've been quiet for a minute now because I was taught to keep my mouth shut if I had nothing nice to say. Yikes. I like your predictions, Lex. A bit bold. I see us as a top 4 team. Bam. All right. We're all around there. It's like 2, 4, 6. It's all around that kind of area. I mean, the rest of the league is saying 10th, 12th, 8th, maybe 15th. Some people are putting us all the way at the bottom. It's crazy. It is crazy. I'm telling you. But I don't know what you're holding your tongue on, but I appreciate it. That's a good mantra to have. Is like if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And I wish more people would use it, Shane, honestly. I wish they would. Random Gamer saying, and good luck to y'all, too. All right. Thank you, Random Gamer. Once again, respect to our Philly dude, man. And I hope you did really have a really great summer. I know you're going to be hitting those books. You've been back in school, I'll bet, already for a bit. Fun guy saying, have you seen the Pascal and Schröder pregame soccer play? Oh, so sick. Yeah. Schröder said he was going to do this summer. He said, I see Siakam does a soccer thing before the game. And I want to get in on that. That's part of how they're bonding. I mean, honestly, Dennis is a very good soccer player, but so is Siakam. And it could be very fun to see these guys playing soccer sometime just for fun. They should get the whole team out there, Darko. And you should have Christian and OG and Scotty and all them playing soccer out there just for fun. Although, light stuff, no competitiveness, too crazy. We don't need any weird injuries or something like that. But yeah, it's a really cool clip. And Dennis had said he was going to do this like 2 months ago. Well, he's doing it now. And we expected it. It's awesome. Yeah, good to see you, fun guy. G's saying, no brown rice. It will irritate you further at this point. Okay, see, he's telling me the opposite. So the white rice is the right rice, right? The white rice is the right rice. The white rice is the right rice. Okay, yeah, I got that. Wow, tongue twister. Trevor J saying, the only guarantee is no guarantees. The only guarantee is you're going to play 82 games because that's what the schedule says. I think that may be the guarantee there. MSGJ saying, I think it's going to be team play and decent plays to end games. Has to be if it's the new character of the team under Darko. And at Greg, hope to see the Mr. Teeth 80s fashion show soon. I mean, I think he's going to keep them guessing. It could very well be tied into who's the hot hand for the game that day. If Gary Trent Jr. has got like 30 points and he's absolutely burning the twine, yeah, it could be him. It could be just Gary. It's like, it could be very much like that. It could be that we have a good matchup we've been exploiting most of the game and we just go back to it. There's all kinds of different factors for what may determine who our clutch shooters are at the end of games for this year. But I like that there's no designated, like, this is our franchise player. He's going to put us on his back and take us to the promised land kind of thing, that it could be coming from any direction. And that may be a real strength for our team this year, honestly. It could be coming from Scotty, it could be coming from OG, could be coming from Pascal. And they don't know who it is exactly. Monique is saying top four. That's right. Monique's saying top four. I'm saying top two. And that may be very pie in the sky, rose-colored, tinted glasses, but I don't give a shit. I want to say top two. Why not? I'll give Milwaukee their credit. I'll say, yeah, with Lillard, yeah, you're probably going to be very good. But I won't give any respect to those other teams, especially that Atlantic Division team. No, I can see all your flaws. I'm giving a little bit of niceness to the Knicks, at least. Yeah, I believe in y'all. So, but you other guys, nah. Brooklyn, I like y'all too. Y'all aren't too bad. But wait, we got to play y'all. We got to beat y'all. If y'all beat us, I won't be liking you then. All right, let's see. Top saying, I just saw an Instagram video where Aaron Gordon is shooting threes with Justice Winslow. They were both nailing threes and getting dogged for their shooting form. Gordon's form looked good in the finals. Okay, so you're talking about our new guy, Justice Winslow, and him being on the 905. There's a lot of confusion about the waves this weekend, the waivers. Raptors fans, realize this. When we cut Mogi, he's not off the team. We cut Maker, he's not off the team. When we cut Justice Winslow, y'all are acting like, whoa, the Raptors are really indecisive and stupid. No, you're the one who's stupid because you don't understand why we did that. We wanted a marker on Justice Winslow to play for the 905. So we have to waive Maker, sign Justice Winslow on Friday morning. And even though we waived him after the game, we waived him from the regular Raptors. And he's on the 905 because we have his rights on that level. So there's a method to the madness. And people that thought, oh, what a dumb move. They signed Justice Winslow in the morning and then they cut him later in the day. Y'all are just dumb. That's what it is. We wanted him for the 905. That was just a procedure to do it. And everybody's freaking out about Mogi, Maker, Daryl Morsell, David O'Banner. They're all on 905. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be playing for the 905 level. So, everybody freaking out this weekend. Chill is what I'm saying. Chill out. Cowboys saying, keep up the good work, Gubstown Clink. Yes. And thanks, Lex. Yes, thank you, Cowboy. Random Gamer saying also, Cowboy, you can also change your lineups ahead of time. So, like, if you wanted to, you can change it now for the entire week so you don't have to do it per day, and it could get annoying. This is great advice. He's right. Yeah, just set it up for the whole week. In fact, they might even have a button where you say play all available games for the whole week, and you don't even have to go do it day by day, but you might want to check to make sure it did it right. And, if there's choices between benching or playing a player, you may want to make that choice yourself instead of letting the computer automatically choose who they're benching or putting in, because you may want a different person in. So there you go. Top saying at MSJ, I have no confidence in Philly either. They're very thin. Maxey has to stay on the court. They got a couple of guys that are coming up that are pretty good, like DeAnthony Melton. He has been showing stuff this summer that's a little scary. The Harden circus will hurt them. It will continue to hurt them until he's moved. Nick Nurse is going to be weird, man. He's going to be weird. Like right now, he's trying to be not Nick Nurse to show that he's not Nick Nurse. But in some ways, he's going to be Nick Nurse, and they're going to realize it at some point. I know that you probably don't understand what I'm saying, but Raptors fans do. They understand what I'm saying, what I just said. So, yeah, let's see. Trevor J saying, cut off. Thank you. And MSJ saying, talk to you later, Raptors freaks. Have a good day, top. I agree. To think Maxey is the truth, nah, but I really can't stand the Sixers for so many reasons. And I just like the size and speed of the Raptors thus far. Yeah, I think Maxey is the truth, though. I think he's very good. And I won't diss Maxey. Maxey's a badass. I think that part of the thing that's interesting about the Sixers that nobody's realizing is that they're unlike the Raptors. The Raptors changed their coach, too, this year. Both teams changed their coach. That's a big change. But the Raptors didn't really change their team very much. And I think the Sixers did. The Sixers changed their team quite a bit more than we did, with a lot more new players coming in, and everything's much more new and having to be sorted out. In fact, I'll make a prediction right now. We're going to play the Sixers next weekend on Saturday. And I think that in some ways, the Raptors, even with a new coach and Dennis, are going to have their shit together better than the Sixers. Because in some ways, the Sixers have messed up this preseason by not having Embiid available to really integrate and get him steady with Nick's system. So, and they have a lot of new players also. So if there's any kind of orientation, like system problems that haven't been sorted out, they're more likely to deal with them than us. I feel very confident in the preseason we just had and how much these guys have gained a grasp on Darko's system. And I don't know if the Sixers in general are going to have that same kind of grasp on their side of things going into the game on Saturday, the 28th, next Saturday. So that I'm going to predict right now that it's going to be a weird game where the Sixers look not organized and we look like we have our shit together. How about that? And we win the game partly because of that. So there you go. There you go. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yes. Greg saying Justice is on an E9, not an E10 player insurance. So he might prove to be more like a Josh Jackson in 2022 here for a job rather than 905. Hope he plays 905 though. Team would be amazing if games like Saban Lee. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't care. I have no investment in Justice Winslow. He just showed up on Friday and did the mix and like, okay, he's here. But if nothing happens with him at all, I don't care either. I mean, in some ways, it's on him. He's trying to grasp for his last chance to be an NBA player. Well, he should be taking this very seriously. Yes, he should. Josh Jackson may not have taken it so seriously from what I'm hearing about what happened in a hotel room and that where he's at after his position in this. He's exactly right what Greg's saying. Josh Jackson is the example the year before, and Justice Winslow's in that position this year with us. Same kind of thing. G saying Cavs just waived Sharif Cooper. Well, that's probably a similar thing, like where they're waiving him and he's going to their G League. He'll be on the charge. I think that's probably what will happen. Like that's what these waves, like at this point, a lot of times are like that. They're exactly what we're doing with Gee and Maker. So, all right, Trevor J's calling for the Instagram report. Yeah, we can't forget about that real quick. All right, first we got Thaddeus Young Jr. Hitting shots. And apparently Thad Young Jr. was playing against older kids for the first time this weekend, and he was doing very well. I'm telling you, the Thaddeus and Taylor Young are up-and-coming stars, just like the Trent brothers. They're coming up, too. There's younger Trent brothers coming up after Gary. And they're prodigies. I'm telling you, and even Junior Schröder, he's only 4 years old. That kid is a prodigy. And I'm telling you, these kids are all on their way to the NBA eventually. So coming to the NBA at some point, Thaddeus Young Jr., because he's already playing with the older kids, and he's killing them. He's killing them. I'm telling y'all, he gets the shot, perfect form. The runner running at him, he doesn't matter. He drains it. I love that. That's such good stuff. Yeah, so they're really, really proud of their kids, Shakina and Thad, and they should be. They should be. All right, let's see. Javon Freeman Liberty has got some sort of clip going on there. I'm not even sure what that is. We'll move on. Then we got Mr. New York City is like, tell people something you know is true, and then they doubt you, and then they end up seeing it, and that's the best feeling. There's no better feeling than that. That's what Marquise is saying. Grady has posted him doing the freeze, but he's getting criticism from Dennis about it, saying that he did the wrong arm. So Grady did the freeze after one of his three-point shots on Friday night. And Dennis put it on blast on his Instagram, and then Grady reposted it. But Dennis is saying he did the wrong arm. So I guess it's always the right arm, y'all. If you're going to do the freeze, it's the right arm. It's not the left arm. That's according to originator Dennis Schröder. Both Pascal and Dennis posting the soccer dribbling. Some fans are like, that is sacrilege. You're not supposed to hit the ball with your foot. What happened to that kind of mentality? And I'm like, whatever, dude. Let them play soccer with a basketball. What is the big deal about that? You know, are soccer players out there bouncing and dribbling a basketball or a soccer ball like a basketball and shooting it through a hoop? Maybe. And should you be mad at them? No, they shouldn't be touching with their hands, just like they shouldn't be touching with their feet. I don't know. Who cares? Let people live their life. Come on now. And then we see Siakam doing the pregame dunk. is a beautiful thing. I think you can even see Adriana and I up in the stands behind Siakam on that dunk because we were in the arena already. Scotty on blast by Raptors official. I love seeing that. His flex. We know Sky's gonna be ready for opening night. You know, don't even worry. Nab is ready for the season. Nab Bhatia posted a nice picture of him at the game the other day. I saw him schmoozing with Kyle Kuzma and various other players before the game at the game on Friday night. Good stuff from Nab as always. Slim Duck putting his clips up from a preseason up. That's the dunk from last year, the free throw dunk. He's got that up again. And then Dennis has got likes going up like crazy on the YouTube channel for the Yorkdale visit. And his fit was fire on Friday night when he came into the game. That I really love that he's wearing a Raptors hat with red shoes and he's got the Team Germany World Champion shirt on. That shirt is fire, honestly. And if you can get that limited edition Team Germany World Champion shirt, go get it. Seriously, no problem with that. No problem in that. Yeah, so definitely watch Dennis's latest YouTube clip. It's the last preseason game. Then he's also got a clip from him in Atlanta from before. And then there's him drinking 28 Black, putting that on blast. And then there's the Grady picture there also. There's your Instagram check. It's been light, the Instagram lately. These guys are busy. They're getting ready for the regular season, and they got stuff to do. Yeah, Monique saying, W stream, Lex. Keep at it always. Good times, good times. Go Raptors and feel better. I appreciate that, Mo. And then Top saying, yes, Winslow is still on the team. It just shows that we have to keep persevering because both Winslow and Gordon were getting slagged for their shots, but Gordon persevered and won a chip. Oh, I see. That's your point about that whole thing there. I like that. I can get behind that. And Tom Duke's got me rice already. All right, I'm ready to eat some rice. And what is that? Get in bed? Fun guy saying, here goes bum Daryl Morey again with the drama. Season about to start, and he's ready to fight with Harden through the season. Shaking my head. Hey, I love that dumpster fire. Let that Harden versus Morey can go on for the whole season. I wouldn't have a problem. And MSJ saying, oh, Tatum, I have my doubts on his mental stability. Did people see his Will Smith tattoo? Laugh out loud. All right. I don't even want to touch that one right now. Let's see. Cowboys saying, get better, Lex. And everyone smash the like button. I appreciate that. And Top is saying, Maxey is amazing. He'll make a jump this year, but I don't think there's enough around him if Harden doesn't play and they don't trade him. That's an interesting take, Top. I lean towards it. Greg's saying, rolling on the floor laughing. Did he seriously get a tattoo of Will Smith? Dude. If I had a tattoo of my favorite celebrity's face, I would never be able to actually meet them. So embarrassing. Does he have a Carlton on his butt cheek? Cowboy wants an alley-oop for Greg for that. Okay, I guess that's funny. All right. Gubbs is on there. All right. When does open gym drop? I don't know, Trevor. We should be getting it soon. Or seriously. And MSJ saying, I hope what I read about the tat isn't real. It's super odd. Yeah, I don't even care. I don't even want to know about it. In some ways, I'll just make fun of him for it. And I already make fun of him enough. Yeah, in some ways, I do. All right, let me see. Is there anything else I forgot to talk about? Oh, here's a quote from Samuel L. Jackson on Twitter saying, the fans were so polite. He's talking about teaching Raptors fans how to heckle during our first season. He said, the fans were so polite. They didn't understand you could yell at the players and the referees. I would yell, he can't dribble left, or tell one of the guys, he can't catch and shoot. And the fans would look at me like I was going to get our team in trouble. I was having fun and teaching the fans how to be fans. I hear you, Samuel L. Jackson. I feel you because I was like that too early in the years too. I would be out there yelling stuff and people would look at me like, you're not being a polite Canadian. Hello, chill out. Well, I'm glad we've changed that culture. And Samuel L. Jackson and I were pioneers in this fight to get the Raptors fans to get up out of their seat and get loud. Yeah, I would come into the arena wearing my Mr. Sub outfit for making the subs in the concourse. And I would be out there doing the job that they pay people to do now, throwing the T-shirts before they even had that job. I was doing that in like 1999. And I was just out there yelling, like telling everybody to get up. That's all I did. And they could see that I was wearing my work uniform. They're like, whoa, look at that Mr. Sub guy really cares. He's out here yelling at the crowd to get up in the air. But it's true. It was tough. I used to call it dinner theater. People would come to the games and they would sit like they're watching a movie. And I was like, man, y'all could be louder. Y'all, you know that. You can be louder. We've come a long way, Raptors Nation. We really have. One of the best buildings in the arena, one of the loudest crowds. And it wasn't that way always. It wasn't. I'm telling you right now, it wasn't. All right, let's see. Tom Duke saying face shot or is Carlton dancing? I don't know. I don't even want to go into that any further. Let's see. Cowboys saying everyone have a blessed day and a safe day. All right. Thanks, y'all. It's right in an hour. Thanks for watching me today. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I've given you guys my Eastern Conference predictions. Milwaukee, Toronto, Cleveland, and Boston and Miami are my top 5 in the East this year. That's right. You heard it right. Toronto #2, baby. And get ready for us because we coming and we want to take that spot. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Take a follow to NBA Quick Takes, Gubstown Clink, Logical Raptors Fanatic. Lots of good Raptors channels out there. Definitely give them a follow. All right, y'all. Thanks, Fiercey. I appreciate that. And I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9:30 tomorrow morning for a Monday Moment. Yeah, season's coming quick. 3 more days, baby. And then let's go. Wayne saying, what?